afterwards if they want to. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start off with our 3D walking, just to get everything moving. So what we're going to do to begin with, we're just going to move hips from side to side. So this is just going to warm up our hips, so just moving our hips side to side. Feel free to let me know if anything feels uncomfortable for anyone. But hopefully this should feel quite nice. So just moving hips from side to side. Lovely. So this is just going to warm up through our hips, through our inner thighs, and just all of those muscles attached to the hips. Perfect. Lovely. And then from there, we are just going to inhale, reach the arms up, and then we're going to exhale, we're going to push down. So inhale, arms up, and exhale, push down. Lovely. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, push down. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhaling, pushing up, and exhale, pushing down. Lovely. And as I've told you before, my counting's not so good, so we'll call this on the last one. Perfect. From there, we're going to swing the arms from side to side. So this is just going to get some rotation through the hips. It's twisting. Perfect. Lovely. So again, this is just going to get the feet moving. So you should feel the feet twisting a little bit as you do this one. Perfect. Get the hips twisting, get the spine twisting, get the shoulders and the arms moving. Lovely. Perfect. And then we'll relax that. And then we're going to come into our 3D walks. So to begin with, we're just going to walk forwards, just wherever your space will allow you to, and then we'll walk backwards. Excuse me. So just walking forwards and walking backwards. Lovely, and forwards, backwards, and forwards. Perfect. And backwards. Lovely. From there, we're going to take the feet wider than we would normally walk, and we're going to walk forwards and backwards. And back. Has anyone been up to anything exciting recently? No. It's funny, I kind of asked that. I don't think people think I'm joking, but kind of, has anyone learned anything or seen anything interesting, or have you had time to do something that they wouldn't normally have time to do?
Read.
Cool, awesome. What are you reading at the moment?
What am I reading? At the moment, I'm reading a book called 9 Perfect Strangers.
Oh, okay.
It's about a group of people that go to a health retreat, and yeah, it has quite an interesting twist with it.
Ah, okay. So 9 Perfect Strangers.
Yes, it's by the lady that wrote Big Little Lies that was on the television recently.
Okay, cool. I have to check it out.
Yeah.
So we're just crossing the legs over and taking it forwards and backwards. There's our catwalk walk. Has anyone been doing any of the live drawing at all that's been on TV?
No.
Last night I was like, oh, I definitely have to do that next week. So just catwalk forwards and backwards. Does this one feel challenging for anyone, or does that feel okay?
No, it feels fine.
So just in case anyone did find that this felt too hard, what you can do is, instead of walking across, you can kind of go more tightrope. So just one foot in front of the other. So that's one option. The other option is just imagining that you're walking on a kind of thin plank of wood. And those are just easier options in case anything felt uncomfortable. Perfect. Next one, we're going to Charlie Chaplin. So we're going to feet turned out. And you have to walk up and down. So the idea of this is it's just putting our feet into different positions so that all of the tissues having to respond and all of the bones are having to be pushed into different directions from the floor. So with our feet, we can use the floor, or we can use wedges, or we can use different things to force our foot into different positions. So if you imagine high heels or walking on a slope, all of those things will push our foot and ankle into a different position. But also by changing the foot position, that will also force the foot into a different position as well. Perfect. Cool. And that one's feeling okay for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, Aimie,
Hmm.
I'm going to have to change to the iPad because I've run out of battery on the phone.
Okay, no worries.
All right, I'll see you.
Perfect, cool. So do one more of these Charlie Chaplins. Cool. Yes. Lovely. And then we're going to turn the feet in. So we're going to walk with the feet turned in. Lovely. Fantastic. We'll do that a few times. Lovely. And I'll just come and let Mum back in when she's back in. Okay, cool. Lovely. Cool. And those are feeling okay for everyone?
Yes, thank you.
Cool. So this one's a really nice one for your glutes. Perfect. Very nice. Lovely. And then we are, as long as it feels comfortable, we're just going to imagine that the ceiling's a little bit lower and we're having to walk low in like a cave or just a very small room. Perfect. So just walking forwards and backwards. Hey, Mum. Really low. Perfect. Nice. We'll do one more of these. Perfect. And then we just have a normal walk around and just see if that feels any different. So I definitely feel that my feet feel a bit looser. And if anyone wants to just hold on to something and take the foot, point the toes, put the top of the toes onto the floor, and then just gently stretch out the front of the foot. That can feel quite nice. Same on the other side, so pointing the toes, pressing the tops of the toes into the floor, and just rocking that from side to side. That will just stretch the top of the foot. Lovely. Cool. Feel free to grab yourselves a sip of water, and then we'll come into a single-legged balance. So these are the balances last week that got us very nice and warm. So this is while we added in our reach. Our other option was, excuse me, that you can grab a bottle of water or a yoga block, and you can grab those instead. So what we're going to do today, because they were much more challenging last week, we're going to do 5 on each side today. So what we're going to do is stand on the one leg. The other option, if you want to make it a little bit easier, is to just rest your back toe on the floor. That'll make it a little bit easier and just give you a little bit of extra balance. Or you can let the foot float. And we're just going to reach down and pick up the object. Pop the object back down. And we'll do the same arm. And we'll do that 5 times. 2. Perfect. 3, 4, and one more. 5. Perfect. Lovely. And then we're going to swap legs over. And again, we'll do the other arm and the other leg. So other leg, and again, we're just going to reach down, pick it up, and pop it back down. Lovely. 5. 4. Feel free to rest in between. Perfect. 3, 2 more. Then I'm finding one side's harder than the other.
Yeah.
But my right side feels really wobbly today. And it's okay, it will change day to day. Perfect. Lovely. From there, excuse me, we're going to go sideways. So what we're going to do is stand on the one leg. We're going to grab hold of your item, and we'll just do 3 on each side for this one. We're just going to reach it down to the side and pick it back up. And then we switch over, down to the side, and pick it back up. So again, feel free to do 1 or 2 on each side. Just listen to your body. And again, what you can do with these ones is you can have the toe touching the floor, just to give you a little bit of extra support. Toe touching the floor, just for that little bit of extra support. Perfect. And then we'll swap legs. The other leg to support you. Perfect. We'll do 3 on each side. And again, it's just interesting to observe how one side might feel completely different to the other. So my right side feels totally different to my left today. Sometimes I feel even, it's fine. It's just interesting to notice. Perfect, very nice. Excuse me. And now what we're going to do is we're going to reach around the leg. So if we start on the left leg, you can have your object to the left. And now what we're going to do is reach across and pick it up, and then place it back down. So do 3 of those. So this is going to get a little bit of rotation. And just 1 more. Perfect. And the same on the other. This is our last single-legged balance you'll be pleased to know. So just around and across the foot, and up, and around and across. Perfect. 3 of these. Oh, 1 more. Perfect. Very nice. Perfect. You can pop your object away. And now what we're going to do is just stretch out the front of the foot. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to take my feet so they're pointing in opposite directions. And I'm just going to bend the knee. And the other leg is going to stay straight. So this foot here, my grey sock, that's going to straighten as I bend my other knee. And what this is going to do is it's just going to stretch the top of the foot here. So in regards to movements of the feet, we call this one plantar flexion. So dorsiflexion is pulling the toes up. So that would be dorsiflexion. Plantar flexion is lengthening the front of the joint. So just do a few of these on the one side. And then we'll swap over, and then we'll just do a few on the other side. Is that feeling okay for everyone? Perfect. So we're just lengthening the angle in this ankle. And this is just giving us the opposite of what we were doing with all of our single-legged balance. So for all of the single-legged balance stuff, the ankle would have been bending, and now we're lengthening. Perfect. Cool. Again, feel free to grab some water. They were quite challenging moves. Cool. Okay. Perfect. So we are just going to come into our pec openers now. So opening up through the front of the chest. So these are the ones where we're going to step forwards and reach the arm. Stepping forwards and reaching the arm. And what we'll do today is we'll alternate them. So I'll face you guys. I'm going to step forwards and reach back and behind. Step forwards, reach back and behind. So as we did last week, you can make it just a nice little step, and that's going to feel really comfortable. If you want to make it harder, you can make it more of a lunge, and that's going to stretch out your bum more, stretch out your hips more, everything more really. But I'm going to go nice and gentle today, nice and comfortable. We'll do a couple of these on each side. So whichever leg steps forward, that's the arm that reaches. Perfect. Lovely. Very nice. We do 2 more on each side. And 1 more on each side. This time we're going sideways, so you're going to take your right leg to the right, bend the right knee, reach the arm back. You have 2 options, depending on how much space you've got. You can either keep the legs wide, bend into the knee and reach back, straighten, bend into the knee and reach back. So if anyone has knee issues, that's the one that's going to feel more comfortable. Also, if anyone's knees are hurting, you tend to find that if you turn the feet out wider, that takes the pressure off the knees. So that's our more comfortable option. Or if you want to make it just a bit more dynamic, you can step in and out. So whichever one feels better for you. Perfect. So again, we're just opening up through the front of the body. This is our nice arm for posture. So it's going to stretch out through your pecs. And by taking your thumb back behind you, what that does is it stretches out your pectoral muscles in all 3 directions all at the same time. So a lot of people suffer excuse me, like numbness in their hand, tingling in their hand, just because their pecs are very tight. So just doing these nice gentle movements where the thumb reaches back behind you is just going to open up through your chest. Lovely. We'll do 1 more on each side. Lovely. And now what we're going to do is I'm facing forwards. I'm going to step my right foot back from behind me around the corner. So it's like a kind of between 90 and 180 degrees. And then I'm going to reach my arm back. I'm going to do all on one side. So we do 5 on one side. And from the side, this is going to look like I'm facing forwards here. And I'm reaching now. Then turning to look at the side of the room. Perfect. Lovely. And then we do the same on the other side. So facing the front of the room, and then turn to the other side. One more. Perfect. Very nice. And I'm just going to check on the shoulders, see how they feel. Hopefully they should feel a little bit looser. And now what we're going to do is take our shoulders through every movement possible or available with our shoulders. So the first one we have is flexion, or lifting up through the arm. So So we're just going to lift the arm up, and then the other arm, lift the arm up. Perfect. So this is just shoulder flexion. So we're closing the space at the top of the shoulder. Lovely. And just by alternating arms, this tends to feel a lot easier. Anyone's got any neck stuff going on or shoulder stuff going on. And then we're going to look down as we do that. So just looking down to the floor, and you might find it doesn't move as easily. And then we're going to look up, and you should find that moves a little bit more easily. Perfect. Lovely. Next thing we're going to do is shoulder extension. So what we're going to do is reach the arm back behind you, and reach the arm back behind you. So it's like you're just trying to reach something back, reach something back. So all of the movements we can do at the shoulder, we can do at the hip as well. Perfect. Lovely, very nice. And then you can relax that. And then we are going to bring the arm across the body. Bring the arm across the body. This is the opposite to what we just did with our lunges. Stepping forward and opening, we're just closing across the body now. So this will stretch out the back of the shoulder. Lovely. And now we're going to bring the arm up and over to touch the ear, and back down, up and over to touch the ear, and back down. Perfect. Up and over and touch the ear. Up and over and touch the ear. Perfect. Up and over, touch the ear. And up and over and touch the ear. Lovely. So this is abduction. So this is the bringing the arm away from the body. And then as you bring it back down, it's called adduction. So this is adducting. This is abducting. So this is AB. This is AD. Abducting and adducting. And if anyone's been to the gym before and tried those sort of inner and outer thigh machines, they're called abduction and adduction machines. And it's just because of the movement. So it's just the opening of the legs and the closing of the legs. And that's what we're doing with the arm, opening the arm and closing of the arm. Perfect. And now what we're going to do is some rotation. So you've got a couple of options. If anyone's got shoulder or neck stuff, keep it nice and low. And we're just going to turn the arms in and out. If you want to, you can take it a little bit higher and do that. So I always imagine that I'm holding two balls here, and I want to turn it so that the two balls are facing up, or my palms are facing up, and my palms are facing up. Lovely. So this rotation movement is something we don't do very often in the shoulders. So it's just moving this bone here, your humerus bone, in a rotation in that socket. So all of those muscles around are going to respond. And what you'll notice is that your chest will close a little bit and it will open a little bit as well. So it's going to have an effect on all of those other bones and muscles and tissues around. Perfect. Lovely. You can relax there, shake it off. So those are all of those kind of individual movements that we have available in the shoulders. We also have them available in the hips. So what we're going to do from here, you're just going to step your one foot back but keep your body upright. So this is extension of the leg. And we're just going to alternate. So just going to reach one foot back and reach the other foot back, just alternating. So extending the leg without falling over, extending the leg. Perfect. Do a couple of those. So this is just lengthening the space or opening the space at the front of the hip. Perfect. Very nice. Now we can do flexion. So flexion is just the opposite, bringing the leg up and bringing the leg up. So this is closing the space at the front of the hip. Okay, so just do a few of these. And we've done all of these different positions with our walks today as well. So that's got all of these different movements without us having to think about them. Okay. And then we're going to abduct our leg. So we're just going to lift the leg out to the side. And we'll do 5 of those. So just out the side 3, 4, and 5. And then the same on the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And then we're going to bring the leg across. So we're going to start wide and we're going to bring it across. So this is adducting the leg. So technically we've already done that for our other movement. We're just bringing it across. Oh, that thing, one more. Perfect. And then the same on the other leg. Just bringing it across and back, across and back. Perfect. Lovely. And then when it comes to the external rotation, this is really similar to the single-legged balances that we've done before. We're just going to turn the foot out and back. So the toe points away. Do 5 of these. One more. Perfect. And the same on the other foot. Just turning the foot out. Perfect. Very nice. We have 5 of these. So this is external rotation of the hip. Lovely. Very nice. And then we have internal rotation of the hip. So just turning the foot in. So bringing those toes together. So you can almost imagine that it's that kind of shy sort of position, bringing those toes in towards each other. And one more. Perfect. And then the same on the other side. So this foot just coming across, bringing the toes together. Perfect. So just by taking all of these movements individually, it's just a really nice way of getting all of those different moves very simply. And then you can also add different ones together to create different positions and options as well. Perfect. Very nice, lovely. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to test our squats and then we're going to try something different and see how that feels. So what we're going to do is just 5 normal squats up and down. I'm just going to see how they feel. Just notice what that feels like. So I'm observing today that my upper back here is really tight and I feel it in my neck. So that's what I'm feeling. So you're just going to notice what you feel during those squats. And then when you've had enough, you can relax that. And then you're very welcome to unmute yourself and let me know what you're feeling in your squats. So what's everyone feeling as they're squatting?
Squats are fine for me, actually.
So it feels okay in the lower back?
Yes, it's more, I find when I'm standing, trying to stand upright or I bring my arms up, I think I naturally hunch. So when I exercise, I'm trying to stand straight and all the stress seems to go to my lower back. It seems to take all the strain of standing up straight or arching, anything that's arching.
So what we're going to do, Jan, is you're going to go through your sort of sun salutation or like back position. And we're just going to find a number out of 10 as to how uncomfortable it feels. So Jan, you fold forwards. Everyone else is welcome to do this one as well. So Jan's been feeling pain as she extends through her back. So if everyone wants to fold forward, and then you're going to bring your hands up to your thighs or your shins into your flat back position where you're pulling forwards. Cool, perfect. And then just notice if that feels uncomfortable in the upper back or the lower back. And just notice that. So how does that feel for everyone?
That's okay.
Yeah?
I can feel it in my shoulder.
Okay, so then what we're going to do is mark it out of 10. So 10 being the worst and 0 being no discomfort. So when you're just going to notice your shoulder and notice how intense that feels out of between 1 and 10. Jan, you're going to notice in your lower back, you know, it might feel like a 2, whatever it feels like, just notice. And then Mum, how does that feel for you?
It's just slightly sort of here.
Yeah. Okay.
Middle.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, so you guys can all relax and stand up. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Mum, how uncomfortable or how aware did you feel of that position?
3? I don't know. I'm not very good with these numbers, Amy.
So like 3 is perfect. So it's more that something like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 is going to feel really uncomfortable. And like a 10 is going to be, I can't do it. But an awareness of it might be a 2 or a 3.
Just aware of it.
Yeah, okay, perfect. How about you, Jen? How did that lower back feel in that position?
Oh, it was actually about a 3 when I was doing it. Yeah.
So by giving it a number, it's really it's really useful because then we know our starting point. And then, so Wendy, how did your shoulder feel?
About a 3, a 3, 4, yeah.
Perfect. So a 3 is kind of like, we're just aware that it doesn't feel completely delightful. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a movement that we're going to try. So it doesn't have to be a big movement at all. But what we're going to do is we're going to really stretch the whole back of our bodies. And then we're going to come back to that flat back position, see if it feels easier. So what we're going to do, we're going to step forwards. And we're just going to bend here and reach down, letting our back curve. And then back to center. Just a little step forward, reaching down. You may touch the floor, you may not. And back. And we're going to keep your eyes on the floor, so it's going to help with your balance, but it's also going to take any pressure out of the neck. So I'm looking down to the floor, and I'm just stepping, and walking. And it's just a very, very small step. So this isn't a lunge, just a nice little step. And can everyone feel that stretching out in the backs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what this does is it kind of, it just gets your lower back.
Oh God, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, it's all right. Sorry, it was a delivery.
Oh, exciting. The team one. And one more on each side. Lovely. And then we're going to retest that position. So we'll do our kind of yoga-y move. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to exhale, and we're going to fold forwards. Let the head relax, shake the head out. Nod the head yes. And gently shake the head no. Lovely. Take a nice long in-breath. Bring the hands up to the shins or the thighs. Come into your flat back position. Observe how that feels. So does that feel any easier?
Yeah.
Your breath. Then we'll exhale, fold forwards. Again, taking a nice deep breath in here. And exhale. And then we'll take a nice long inhale. We'll exhale as we roll up one by one through each vertebrae. So the head comes up last. Lovely. Inhale, reach the arms up at the top. And exhale. Relax. Perfect. So when we came back into that flat back position, had the number changed for anyone? Had it moved from a 3 to a different number?
Yes, definitely was easier.
Cool.
Yeah. Definitely went from 3 to 2, almost to 1.
Awesome.
And actually doing the exercise felt really lovely.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what that would make me think, Jan, is that your lower back just needs more flexion.
Okay.
So when you said about, you know, sort of like when we're hunched forwards, if I come into that hunched forwards position, what you tend to find in that hunched forwards position is very much in your upper back.
Yeah.
And what happens is when we step forwards, And we come into this position. What that does is it tips the pelvis, so it forces more of a stretch through your lower back. So I don't know if you can see that that looks more evenly domed than if I was to be sat on a computer, where that looks more here, but my lower back looks flatter. Does that make any sense?
Makes sense.
Yes, perfect sense, yeah.
All we're doing by adding the legs in is it's just helping to lengthen through the lower back a bit more. So that should make, or basically that's going to make everything feel more comfortable. So now what we're going to do is we're going to retest our squats and see if that feels any more comfortable as well. So we'll just do 5 squats. So for me, my upper back and my neck feels so much better. So just from doing those, it doesn't feel completely locked and rigid today. So is anyone else noticing that that feels better?
Yeah, there's a definite difference.
Perfect, awesome.
Yeah, I feel like I'm taking the pressure in my top of my thighs now rather than anywhere else.
That's brilliant. Fantastic, cool. Lovely, you can relax there with the squats. Fantastic. So now we're going to come into our little yoga sequence. And we're going to allow ourselves to really relax. So I'm just going to tie my hair up quickly. Feel free to grab some water if you need some. So we're going to start to just relax a little bit now. So just shake out the arms. Feel free to move however feels comfortable for you. And we're just going to shake any tension out of the body. So now we are going to take a nice long inhale. We're just going to stand here to begin with. You can close your eyes. And we're just going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more inhale and exhale. Lovely, very nice. On our next inhale, we're going to lift our arms up overhead. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms. We'll do 3 of these. The arms come up. And exhale, relax. So staying standing, inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale. And one more, inhale, reach up. And exhale. Relax, perfect. We're going to inhale, reach the arms. And so I'm going to exhale, I'm going to fold forwards, nice and slowly. Lovely. I'm going to take it very, very gently today, so just relax there, let the head become long. And feel free to just gently turn the head from side to side, relaxing the neck completely. And then just gently nodding the head, yes, very gently. Lovely. Awesome. From there, we're going to bring the hands up the shins or the thighs as we inhale into your flat back. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you like, pulling the chest forwards, pushing the bottom back. I'm taking more of a squatted position today. Lovely. And take a nice long inhale. And exhale and fold forwards over the legs. Take a nice deep breath in here. And exhale. Lovely. From there, we're going to rock forwards and backwards between your toes and your heels. Lovely. So forwards and backwards, heels and toes, heels and toes. Lovely. I'm going to take a nice long inhale. And then exhale as we roll up one by one for each vertebrae, nice and slowly, relaxing the shoulders, keeping the head tucked. And the head comes up last. Lovely. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale and relax. And then we're just going to pause here for 2 breaths. So just relax your shoulders, relax the arms to the side. I'm just taking a nice long inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. We're going to inhale, reach the arms. And exhale, fold our bodies forward. Lovely. Let the head and the neck relax totally. Taking a nice deep breath in at the bottom. And exhale. Inhale, bring the hands up the shins or the thighs into your flat back. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale and fold forwards. This time, with either the hands on the floor or on the legs, we're going to move the hips from right to left. So just moving the right hip to the right, the left hip to the left. Letting the hip become heavy. Lovely. And do a nice long inhale. And exhale as you roll up one by one through each vertebrae. The head comes up last. Lovely. At the very top, inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And exhale and relax the arms. And again, we're just going to take 2 long deep breaths here with your eyes closed. Just inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. If this doesn't really want to stay here for a few more breaths, you're welcome to. But when you're ready to, you're going to inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forwards. Lovely. Relax the head and just let it move from side to side. Nod the head, yes. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. Inhale, flat back. Chest forwards, bum back. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale. And exhale, forward. Let the head relax. Taking hold of the forearms, we're going to circle around the legs. Lovely circular motions. Lovely, and relax. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale to prepare. And exhale as you roll up one by one through each vertebrae. Lovely, the head comes up last. And at the very top, we'll inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And exhale and relax the arms. Again, we'll just take 2 breaths here, just nice and relaxed. Lovely, awesome, very nice. From there, we're going to gently come down to the floor. So feel free to grab a pillow to come underneath your knee. We're going to come into those rollouts that we did the other day. So grab something nice and soft to get underneath it. We're going to have one leg behind you, one leg in front. Bring the hands inside that leg on the floor. And from there, we're just taking that front foot up, turn so you guys can see. And we're opening up through the foot so I can see underneath the foot. I pop the foot back down and just draw the hips back. Come forwards. I open up through the foot. Pop the foot back down and pull the hips back. Do 5 of these. If that feels uncomfortable with the hands on the floor, you can just open up through the foot in that position and start to straighten the leg. And feel free to hold on to something to give that a little bit of balance. So just listen to your body and just do the one that feels right for you today. Sometimes coming forwards onto that back knee can feel a little bit uncomfortable. So if that does feel uncomfortable, you can just keep it upright and just open and pull the hips back. Open and pull the hips back. So just listen to your body and don't do anything that feels uncomfortable. Your body will find its way to the thing if we ease it gently. And then we'll switch legs. Again, you can either stay up here, open up through the foot, and just lean back. Open up through the foot and lean back. Or you can bring the hands down. And you're going to open up through the foot, pop the foot back down and pull the hips back. So again, just whatever one feels good for you. We'll just do 2 more and then we'll switch into our next movement. So we're coming into some nice stuff to finish off. Lovely. So from there, we are coming into your winter wipers. So the other day we tried these ones. We're going to go nice and gentle today. So we're going to lie back on the floor. So we don't have to come back up on the floor after this. We're going to lie down. We put the arms out to the side. Just rock the knees from side to side. Right to left. Really relax now. Good. We're just going to really relax. Cool. And I'm just muting everyone so that everyone can really relax here. So arms are nice and wide. Everyone's muted, so no one has to worry about doing it. So just lying on the floor, arms spread, and just letting the knees roll from right to left. So again, we're just getting this internal and external rotation of your hips. Lovely, just rolling and rolling side to side. Lovely. And then you're very welcome to continue rolling the legs from side to side. And when you've had enough, you can either just bring one leg into the chest and just hug it in, and just roll it from right to left. Or if you're feeling particularly mobile, you can bring both knees in and rock both knees from right to left. So that might feel nice. If that doesn't feel nice, you can rock the knees in and out. Or you can just take it one at a time. So one at a time might feel better. The other option is that if none of those feel nice, you can just relax the arms out to the side and just bring one knee into the chest, relax it back down, the other knee into the chest and relax it down. So just alternating, bringing one knee in and then the other. Just do 2 more of these. And 1 more on each side. From there, you're going to let the legs straighten out in front of you. Bring the arms up in front, nice big full body stretch. Lovely. And then let the arms go wherever they feel comfortable at the side. Let the legs go wherever they feel comfortable. And today we're going to end your session with a Shavasana. So Shavasana is just basically this nice, relaxed pose where we don't have to do anything. So just going to make sure you're nice and comfy here. So you can have your knees bent if that feels better. So for some people, they prefer knees bent with the knees resting on each other. Other people prefer to be fully spread out. Find your comfy spot. And then just relax there and just observe the breath. And just watch the inhale come into the body. And watch the out breath come out of the body. Inhale. And exhale. Just watch the breath. Just breathing. While we're breathing, our entire nervous system will be relaxing. Just observing the breath moving in and out of the body. And as any thoughts enter your mind, as soon as you notice that the thoughts have taken over your awareness, just bring your attention back to the thoughts, back to the breath even. Just bring your attention back to the breath. Lovely. We'll take one nice, luxurious deep breath in. And exhale. Stretch the arms over the head. We're going to bend the knees up. We're going to roll onto one side, whichever side feels most comfortable, using that straightened arm as a pillow. And just relax here for a moment. And when you're ready to, gently press yourself up into a seated position. Wherever you feel comfortable, cross-legged, or with the legs out in front, either feels good. We keep the eyes closed. We're going to bring the palms together in front of each other. And just take a moment to feel really, really grateful for taking this time for yourself today. At this moment in time, there's so much uncertainty, and the fact that you've chosen to do something positive for your body, your mind, your breathing is wonderful. Just allow yourself to feel really, really, truly grateful for making this time for yourself. And then just allow yourself to feel really grateful for having the gift of sight. And just thinking of all of the things that we can see with those eyes. All of the faces of people or animals that we love. The sunrises and the sunsets. You get to see the blue skies and the grey skies and the rainy skies and the lightning and the rainbows. Being able to see it all. Allow yourself to feel really, truly grateful for having the gift of hearing. Being able to hear music, to be able to hear the radio, being able to hear the voices of the people that are close to you, being able to hear the noise and being able to hear the silence. Allow yourself to just feel really grateful for having the sense of hearing. And the same with the sense of smell. Think about all of those beautiful foods that you get to smell, perfumes, those smells that trigger positive memories. The gift of taste. Again, all those amazing foods that we get to taste. And then become really grateful for having the gift of touch. Being able to feel the hands together in this position. Being able to feel soft, cozy fabrics. Being able to feel different textures, the roughness of the tree, the smoothness of the leaf. Being able to feel hot, being able to feel cold. Being able to feel that fresh winter coldness on the skin. And being able to feel the warm summer sun on the skin too. Allow yourself to feel grateful for having two hands, having two arms, having two legs, and having an entire system of organs in our body that keep us alive and well, detoxing us, breathing us, nourishing us, without us having to consciously think of any of them. And allow yourself to really, really, truly feel grateful for this body that we're in. It's so easy to criticize it. So easy to think about the problems that we have. But just take this moment to feel truly, truly grateful for all of these gifts that we have for having a body. And for being alive at this moment in time, where even though we're in a pandemic, we all have houses, we all have toilets within our houses. Even kings and queens 200 years ago didn't have toilets in their palaces. So had we been born 200 years earlier, it would be very different. So even in this challenging time, we can find things to be grateful for. Let your lips move into a nice big smile. Feel grateful for having a mouth to smile and teeth to chew. You're very welcome to join me in saying namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Perfect. How is everyone feeling?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about the noise. I got pinned down by the dog. I couldn't get to mute it.
Oh. Like, how lovely though. How nice to be able to exercise with the dog. Loving.
He thought it was playtime when I got on the floor, and then I couldn't get him off me to get up to mute it. So
the idea that he's been waiting patiently, like, yes, this is my time, this is my time.
Can I just ask a question on one of the exercises, Amy.
Yeah,
The last sort of ones we were doing before we went into that kind of meditation, when we're folding down and relaxing our heads and touching them, should our knees be bent or straight? You know, when you were saying rock the hips, should my knees been bent or straight?
Honestly, in my opinion, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It's good to have the ability to do both. In yoga, they would like you to have straight legs.
Yeah.
But it's just a rule.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know how like when you go to school you have to wear school uniform, but then when you leave school you don't have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So within like dancing, sorry, I can go down a big old rabbit hole with this, but basically the idea of this group is all we want is for you to feel comfortable and to enjoy it. So if knees bent feels more comfortable, I'd go knees bent. If straight legs, we'll go straight legs. So
perfect, thank you. No, that's good. Thank you.
I could talk about this like one thing for an hour.
No, that's good.
But yeah, it's you only want straight legs if it's for like a performance thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. If anyone's got any more questions, I'm here. If you guys need to shoot off, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Aimie. Love the end of
Bye.
it. Perfect.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Wendy. Bye, Debbie.
Bye. Bye.